Good afternoon. Call to order the meeting of the Philadelphia City Commissioners Return Board for Friday, November the 21st, 2025. This meeting is in compliance with the Pennsylvania Sunshine Act. The Philadelphia City Commissioners are a three-member bipartisan board of elected officials in charge of elections and voter registrations for the City of Philadelphia. Each commissioner is elected to serve a four-year term that coincides with the municipal election cycle for mayor and city council. The commissioners set and enforce departmental policies to administer voter registration and conduct elections in accordance with federal and state voter registration and election laws. The city commissioners were created by the Pennsylvania Assembly in 1711 with a focus on taxation and held various regulatory powers throughout the centuries. The commissioner started maintaining voter lists in 1799 and took on more election-related responsibilities, but didn't emerge into its current form until the adoption of Philadelphia's Home Rule Charter in 1951. We will start off with public comments. Before beginning their comments, commenters will state where they live, or if they are not a resident of Philadelphia, that they are a Philadelphia taxpayer. Public comment is not opportunity for dialogue or Q&A. It is public comment, a chance for you to tell us what you think. Each speaker will have 2 minutes to speak. However, I may extend the time at my discretion. Public comment must concern matters on today's meeting agenda. Finally, it is my responsibility to preserve the order and decorum of the meetings. As such, profane, slanderous, discriminatory, or personal attacks will not be tolerated. If you wish to make a public objection to a perceived Sunshine Act violation, please raise your hand and I will recognize you. Outbursts will not be tolerated. Anyone wishing to offer public comment, please step forward. Hearing none, we will now proceed to report from our secretary for email public comments. Secretary Seth Bluestein, are there any email public comments?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. All comments that were emailed by 9:45 a.m. were shared with the Commissioners and deputies by 10 a.m. and have been provided to each Commissioner at the beginning of the meeting and are also available at the public comment table. We received one emailed public comment for this week's meeting from Jared Holliday related to today's tiebreaker procedures. I did speak with Deputy Director Eckroad, who responded to Mr. Holliday about the procedures. I have reviewed the comment and I ask that we move it into the record.
I have also reviewed them. Please move them into the record.
I've also reviewed them to move them into the record. Thank you.
Thank you, Secretary Bluestein. We will now proceed to new business. We will begin by considering the first agenda item under casting of the lots for tie voters. We will cap our Deputy Executive Director, Dana Eckroad.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Dana.
Anyone who is here for casting of the lots for the tied elections, please make sure that you sign in. Before we begin, I just want to go over the rules before we proceed. The county board will draw in order of ward and division. If more than one person is present to draw for the same race, the candidate that was checked in first will draw first, and so on. If the tie is for first, the candidate that draws ball number 1 wins the position of majority inspector, and the candidate that draws ball number 2 wins the position of minority inspector. If the tie is for second place, the candidate that draws ball number 1 wins the position of minority inspector. To draw on behalf of a candidate as a proxy, the proxy must have a letter signed by the candidate authorizing them to do so. A County Board of Elections employee will draw for candidates not present. For all races where no candidate or proxy is present, we will use a random function in Excel to decide the tiebreaker. The candidate that draws the largest number in the random function will win the tie. Once a race has been drawn, either in person or in Excel, we will not redo the tiebreaker draw for any reason. All board worker position winners will be mailed a certificate within the upcoming weeks. Judges of election, ties will not be drawn today by state election law. Those ties will be decided by the elected majority inspector instead of a drawing of lots. All board worker winners, I just stated that, will receive a certificate within the next coming weeks. We will proceed.
Dana, real quick before you proceed, I just want to say thank you, number one, for coming up here. I really appreciate you coming up here. You know, you are the cornerstone of democracy, and I can't begin to thank you how much you come out every single election and serve democracy. So I just want to make sure it's on the record that we thank you, and I'm pretty sure other commissioners feel the same way. If you want to, commissioners want to say something as well before we begin, it's up to you.
Thank you, Chairman. I completely agree with your sentiments. Thank you to all of the board worker candidates who are serving our elections. We really appreciate it.
I'll echo the sentiments of my colleagues. Just so you know, that was my first elected position, was judge of elections when I was 18. So rah, rah, judges of election and majority inspectors. You are, as the chairman said, the backbone. Thank you.
Please proceed.
We're going to start with Ward 5. Ward 5, Division 20.
Two?
Yes.
Pick one ball. There's two that are tie breaking. Okay. Take that. Okay. So now I'm picking, let me see this. I'll be picking on behalf of Anissa Louise George.
Hello.
It's one.
Yes.
Okay. So you'll be second.
Thank you.
Which one's next? 25? Okay, we'll now call up Jason Hartwig. Is there a Jason here? Susan? For 2214? How many? Four? Okay. Roxanne? No, this is for 2214, and it should be Susan Roxandovich, yes. Okay, we have 5 people that are in a tiebreaker for this category. Fifth. Okay. Let me pull on behalf. I will now pull on behalf of Jason Hartwig. Number 4. You got that? Mhm. Okay. I'll now be pulling on behalf of Malachi Barnes. Number 1. I'll now be pulling on behalf of Jasmine Council. Number 3. The next draw will be on behalf of Seth Anderson Oberman. And it is number 2. Okay, that completes for 2214. The winner will be Malachi Barnes, and then the number 1 for 2214. Who's next? Peter's here? Okay, can we have Peter? Pardon my pronouncing, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Okay, so this will be 2502, and we will have Peter Devyatkin.
Close enough.
Okay. 3. So we have 3 people in a tie break for this board and division.
One.
1. And I will poll on behalf of Dazi Void. Number 2. Next will be Raymond Wisniewski. He will be number 3. The winner of this ward and division will be Peter Devyatkin. Okay. We have 2 people for 2507, and can we have Ryan Hackey come up?
My name's actually spelled wrong on the list. It's supposed to be an M, not an H.
So M-A-C-C?
Yep.
We'll correct that. Number 1. I will be pulling on behalf of Kimberly Ann Stewart. Number 2. The winner will be Ryan Mackey for 2507. Who's next? 3635. Okay. The next word in division will be 3635. And can we have Prince Latif come up? This is a 7-way tie for this word in division. Okay. Number 4. I will be pulling on behalf of Jalen Hurts.
Got big shoes to fill.
Number 7. Next, I'll be pulling on behalf of Jim Anderson. Number 2. Next, I'll be pulling on behalf of Sophie Maxman. Number 1. Julie Quintaval will be next. And that is number 3. Michael Edward Bell is the next one. Number 6. Emily Catherine Bonar. Number 5. The winner for 3635 is Sophie Maxman. All right, the next ward and division we'll be pulling for is 5824, and we'll have Margaret Berg please come up. For this ward and division, it is a 3-way tie. I'll put 3 balls in. Number 3. I'll be pulling on behalf of Al Schmidt. Number 2. Next, I'll be pulling on behalf of Joseph Wetzel. He will be number 1. Joseph Wetzel is the winner for 5824. Next, we'll have the ward and division of 6633. We have a two-way tie.
Talk to the mic.
6633, there's a two-way tie, and if we could have Ryan O'Driscoll, please. Okay, number 2. I'll be pulling on behalf of Francis H. D'Angelo. Number 1. The winner for 6633 is Francis D'Angelo. $17.03. The next ward and division we'll be pulling for is 1703, and if we could please have Nia Stallworth. This ward and division is a three-way tie. Number 3. Thank you. Excuse me? Yep, they're all good. I'll be pulling on behalf of Donald Kennedy for 1703. Number 1. Next, I'll be pulling on behalf of Shawnee Bright. Number 2. The winner for this ward and division of 1703 is Donald Kennedy. Is there anybody here that did not sign in or has not been called?
So thank you again for everybody that came. We'll take a recess until 12:30. We understand people have been stuck in traffic. I'll reconvene at 12:30. Thank you. Megan. Can you one second?
Somebody's gonna call me, email me. That's it for today?
Very smooth.
Well, I feel like we could do better, but
No, it's good though.
the sign-in part's a little tricky, but
back to reconvene. Dana Echo, please proceed.
We'll be polling for Ward 57, Division 22. Can we please have Michaela Myers come up? This is a two-way tie for this ward and division. Number 2. Okay, I'm going to pull on behalf of Eric Neville. Number 1, so the winner for majority inspector will be Eric Neville. The minority inspector, Michaela Myers. Is there anybody that did not sign in or that was not called to pull a ball? Oh, okay. Correction, that was for minority only. Minority will be Eric Neville.
So, just real quick, can I just repeat what just happened? Just so we're on the same page? Yeah.
A majority was already a winner. That ball pull was for the minority, and Eric Neville pulled number 1 for the minority inspector.
That's it? Okay. And Dana, did you just want to just reiterate what happens after this for the people who didn't show up?
For anyone that did not show up today, we will use a random function in Excel to decide the tiebreaker. The candidate that draws the largest number in the random function will win the tie. And then in a few weeks, we'll send out board worker certificates in the mail. If anybody wishes to resign, they could just sign resign and mail it back to us as well if they're not interested in fulfilling this position.
Mr. Chairman, I have a question for Dana, if I may.
Yes, you may.
Dana, before you do the Excel function, it appears that in 2226, there is a Kim Possible, a fictional cartoon character, recorded as receiving a write-in vote. As Kim Possible is not a person, I believe that we should take her out of the function. She should be void.
Okay.
Secretary, do you have any problem with that?
I have no objection to that, assuming if they check sure and there's no actual Kim Possible registered.
Yes, we'll check sure to make sure that that's impossible.
Kim Possible.
Thank you. We will now, thank you, Dana, I appreciate you. Your staff as well, I know it's not easy, appreciate everything that you do. We will now move to any additional comments by commissioners. Vice Chair Dillard, do you have any other business to be raised this meeting?
Thank you.
Secretary Bluestein, do you have any other business to raise this meeting?
Thank you, I have none.
And I would just also just like to, again, thank for everyone who came up. And also, if you did not win, you can still serve on the election board. Megan will be sending something out. So we have holes, so we definitely can serve on the election board in some capacity somewhere. But thank you again. Thank you, commissioners.